welcome to City Championship Wrestling. As some of you may know, I am the real Paul Jones, and tonight you may recognize the voice of my broadcast partner if you listen to 97.1 FM The Ticket, the largest and most listened to radio station in Michigan.
That is right. My name is Dustin Fuoco, and being at The Ticket, I know our Detroit teams, and I know good competition when I see it. Here at City Championship Wrestling, we have some of the best in the world of professional wrestling. Tonight, we are going to highlight one of the best in the form of the face of CCW. Of course, I'm talking about our current World Heavyweight Champion, Freedom Ramsey. What a competitor he is. Paul Jones, you can attest to that.
That I can. From day one, folks, Freedom Ramsey has been the face of City Championship Wrestling, winning the Centerline Invitational Tournament. He was one half of the inaugural tag team champions with Jackson Stone, and he now is the defending heavyweight champion. And tonight, we're going to show you two of his recent title defenses.
It has not been an easy reign, but it has been a successful reign. He has had some explosive matches and some very steep competition. Tonight, we highlight how he has fared as our reigning world champion.
That's right, folks. Stay with us.
And with the toll of the bell, this one is underway.
Freedom Ramsey and Timothy Thatcher here at the Knights of Columbus in Livonia, the former home of Evolve Wrestling. In fact, that's the last time Timothy Thatcher would have been here.
Heavyweight championship on the line. Freedom Ramsey, a steep challenge indeed. Timothy Thatcher, no slouch in this ring. He is showcasing that right now as he looks to take Freedom Ramsey down. He does so to a knee. Ramsey can hang in there with the best of them when it comes to technical ability, but when you say hang in there with the best, Timothy Thatcher, he falls under that category. He is without a doubt one of the best.
A master technician. Freedom Ramsey is no slouch of his own. Timothy Thatcher immediately is going to take control of that left arm, the wrist specifically.
That's the target point for Thatcher in this match. You take away the hand of Ramsey, takes away a lot of the offense. That can take away his fists of freedom. Because right now he looks to counter the hold, which he does, and now he takes Ramsey taking Thatcher down to the mats.
Freedom's got a hold of a good hammerlock there. Thatcher scurrying around to try to make some space. He's up into a seated position, makes his way to his feet. Gets out of the hammerlock into one of his own.
See some beautiful wrestling here. These two looking absolutely flawless in this early going of the match, and now looking to attack the other arm. Right now, neither one of Freedom Ramsey's hands is available. He is clearly in the grasp of the challenger, Timothy Thatcher.
And Thatcher showing that he's well-versed in the rules of professional wrestling. If you do what he's doing to just one finger, it would be fine joint manipulation, which is against the rules. But if you hold all four of them together, well, that's okay.
Timothy Thatcher now down on the mats. A hold of the leg does Freedom Ramsey have as he looks to manipulate Thatcher in whichever way he can to gain the early advantage in this bout.
Thatcher definitely snuck in, pulling Freedom's knee pad down right there. That's some cheap stuff if I've ever seen it. That's all I'm going to say.
You can call it cheap, but it is not outside of the rule book. That is not breaking a rule. Timothy Thatcher, when gold is on the line, you got to believe he is willing to do anything and everything to come away with the championship. Heavyweight gold on the line here tonight.
And an important element, right there, a very important element is to keep that other ankle trapped. Thatcher fails to do so. Freedom getting a couple kicks into the noggin.
That one's going to send Thatcher down to the outside, and that's not a cushy landing, I'll tell you that. That is a hard floor, nothing comfortable about it. Looks like the effects on the leg is taken already on Freedom Ramsey, and he looks to take this bout on the outside. He does so with a double axe handle. Landing a little awkwardly on that targeted ankle. Hard shot to the face. That might just wake up Timothy Thatcher. If that doesn't, a chop will. That woke up any sleeping fans. I don't think anyone's falling asleep here tonight. The action's been so loud. The action's been so fast-paced. But right now, they are getting up close and personal in this heavyweight championship bout.
Clubbing forearm. It's a nice swinging one from Timothy Thatcher across the shoulders of Freedom Ramsey. Official George Ross in this matchup. You can hear administering a count on the outside. These gentlemen have a count of 10. They're up to 6.
Good, clean uppercut, taking the champion down to the ground, and Timothy Thatcher wants to get him in the ring. He can only win the title by pinfall or submission, and gets him in the ring up against the apron. Timothy Thatcher drives him face first, the hardest part of the ring, and now, still at the whim of the challenger, Thatcher delivers another clubbing blow to the chest of the defending champion.
Timothy Thatcher in no hurry to get back in. Finally sees his opportunity to do so. Goes for the pin, is going to get nothing. George may have humored him and given him a 1. I couldn't quite tell.
Now, 1 doesn't count on a score sheet. You need the 3 count to walk away with the gold, as Ramsey now looks to deliver some shots and regain the offense in this match. And yet again, he sends Timothy Thatcher hard to the outside.
Twice now, Freedom has sent Thatcher rolling through that middle rope.
And again, we've seen it time and time again. Freedom Ramsey, he likes to take those risks. Will this one pay off? It appears to do so. Flying cross body takes himself down to the ground, but more importantly, so does it take Timothy Thatcher, and fired up is our defending champion here tonight.
Since they re-entered the ring, the count has begun again. Up to 2. George Ross wasting no time and stays in the ring, trying to encourage both wrestlers to make their way back. Freedom using the ring to his advantage at the moment.
And talk about another echoing chop. Open hand right to the pec of Timothy Thatcher, and Thatcher wisely scurrying away from Freedom Ramsey.
Oh, nice punch. Thatcher closing up, gives Freedom the opening to get to the middle turnbuckle and start raining fists down right onto the top of the head of Timothy Thatcher. Thatcher can't stop it. He can't get his left arm up.
And Ramsey now going to drive the face of Timothy Thatcher to the mat. Good pinfall attempt. He picks up a 1. He picks up a 2. Does not pick up a 3. Timothy Thatcher able to escape the pin, but Ramsey is hanging in there, and he's somewhat leading this match. He's been in the driver's seat for a good portion of it. You don't get to be the CCW champion by being any slouch in the ring, as right now he shows he's got the power. He is a 5-tool player. He's got all the skills to be a great professional wrestler. He utilizes all of them, as right now he utilizes a leg drop, followed up with a pin attempt here. There's the 1, there's the 2, does not get the 3.
And Thatcher, showing his experience, gets out of the ring. No chance that he's going to lose if he's on the apron.
Ramsey, a rising star. He is actually causing a veteran like Thatcher to retreat. It's right now a little bit throwback to the early goings of the match. He was targeting that arm. Now Thatcher going right back on the attack, and that's not even the arm. That's just the palm. That's the hand, the wrist. That takes away a lot of offense. You talk about the hand, the palm, the wrist. You got to bring up the fist, and those fists are where Freedom Ramsey makes his money. He's put away a lot of men with those fists of freedom.
Timothy Thatcher again attacking the left hand of Freedom Ramsey. He's got all 4 fingers, skirting the bounds of the rules, twisting Freedom's arm up like a pretzel.
It is not meant to bend that way. It is not meant to snap that way either.
Driving the knee into the exposed hand of Freedom Ramsey. George Ross now exits the ring to check on Freedom, make sure he can even continue. Now Thatcher slamming Freedom's hand against a chair.
Oh my goodness, Thatcher.
Again.
The crazed look in his eyes, it's almost like he knew the moment he connected with that. He knew he had this match right where he wanted it, and right now he is twisting and bending that arm of Freedom Ramsey, and that is not a way that it is meant to twist and bend.
And folks, here in Chris Moore's City Championship Wrestling, the officials, now George Ross does a hell of a job keeping order, but they have been told that in these championship matches, to show leniency when necessary, we want to have a definitive winner.
There's another European uppercut, and right now with the target placed on the arm of Freedom Ramsey. You gotta believe in the driver's seat, which it appears as it is. Timothy Thatcher has this match right where he wants it. And again, he is utilizing that attack on the arm. Freedom Ramsey needs to find some opening to escape the clutches of Thatcher. He's trying to silence a crowd down now as he just delivers a nonchalant but very physical kick.
Well, Freedom is in so much pain at this point, he doesn't realize where he is. He's so close to the ropes, but he couldn't even see it.
Thatcher now almost utilizing a little trash talk too. A scoop slam connects in the center of the ring. And Thatcher now, he just looks very comfortable. He looks exactly how he wants to look as the challenger as he hooks the leg for a 2 count.
No, Freedom Ramsey's still alive and still the heavyweight champion.
Also still on the defense. Timothy Thatcher, you don't want to give this man an inch. If you give him an inch, he'll take a foot. In this case, maybe an arm, and he's playing around with that arm like it's just a toy at his disposal. He is doing anything he wants to that arm, and right now I think Freedom Ramsey is in serious jeopardy of serious injury. And we may need to see this match possibly stopped. Freedom Ramsey's got more heart than anyone. He's not going to quit, but at some point you got to give it up. He's going to risk a permanent injury at this point.
Well, Timothy Thatcher has shown a little bit of concern for Freedom a moment ago, slamming the hand against the rope. That counts as a rope break, I think.
Snap suplex, quickly rolls over with the pin. Just a 2 count, but did not once let go of that arm.
I'm not convinced that Thatcher didn't let that go, knowing that he didn't have Freedom. Immediately transitions to this wrist lock.
Again, that arm is at the disposal of Timothy Thatcher, whether it's the arm, whether it's the elbow, or the wrist. He has targeted every aspect of Freedom Ramsey's arm. And the crowd is trying to will on the champion. We know he has heart, we know he has will, we know he has grit. He's going to need every bit of it if he wants to get himself back in this match. As a little do-si-do goes in favor of Ramsey, and a spine buster, middle of the ring. Good chance for a pin. He picks up a 1, he picks up a 2, he does not pick up the 3. Shoulder up for the challenger.
The former pro wrestling Noah star, the former Evolve star, Timothy Thatcher, still in it. Goes right back to attacking the left arm of Freedom Ramsey.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a fan of the business, if you want to learn and study the business, right now you are seeing what we call a wrestling clinic. The challenger, Timothy Thatcher, focusing on one body part and sticking to it. And right now the victim of that is our defending champion, Freedom Ramsey. He is just absolutely in total defense mode, maybe even just survival mode, as he is a victim of another pin attempt. That one Ramsey again managing to get out of, but how much more strength and will does the defending champion have in this bout?
That is the million-dollar question. Freedom Ramsey's got Timothy Thatcher in the corner, driving the shoulder into the midsection. And Thatcher's still trying to attack the left arm of Freedom, even through all that.
Ramsey definitely having the support of this crowd, delivering shots to the face. That one may have dazed Thatcher up pretty good. Allows him to whip him in the ropes, and a drop kick to perfection. Very well executed.
These men have been battling for over 12 minutes. A pin attempt for the champion. No, only 2. How much longer can Freedom Ramsey last?
With the state of that arm, I don't know the answer to that question, Paul. He has been comforting that arm ever since Thatcher went on the attack. And Ramsey now looking to try and utilize whatever strength he has left. I don't know how much he's got left with that arm being targeted so much. Size advantage already in favor of Timothy Thatcher. He's not even budging. He's budging now as he takes the champion down. Submission hold applied. All targeted to the arm. Middle of the ring. Nowhere near a rope break.
Hammerlock to the left arm by Thatcher, and he's got control of the right. Oh my gosh.
The anguish is on the face as plain as day of Freedom Ramsey. He doesn't even have a free hand to tap out to. He's just going to have to tell the referee he gives up if the pain gets too much, which it very well could be a breaking point.
Hammerlock to the left, armbar to the right, manipulating the fingers. Good gosh.
And there is a beautiful pin attempt. Submission to a pin. Only two. That one looked like it took every ounce of strength Freedom Ramsey had to escape that pin. Again, I don't know how much more will he has left to get.
And that what Timothy Thatcher just did there for any MMA fans in the audience, similar to what you would do trying to lead into a salivary position. He distracted Freedom with all the submission maneuvers and movement, and then was able to transition into a pinfall attempt.
This match has been a thing of beauty. It has been very, very technical. You love to see that, but you hate to see somebody risk serious injury, and we're starting to flirt with that with Freedom Ramsey. I don't know what kind of condition that arm is in, but somehow, some way, he keeps on digging deeper to keep this match going, and somehow, some way, Timothy Thatcher refuses to let up. Another shot to the midsection, and slowly crumbling to his knees. Ramsey has just been in total defensive mode for quite some time right now. Thatcher continues to be relentless, but again, Ramsey using all of his might to stay hooked onto that rope. He doesn't want to be whipped around. He doesn't want to be thrown around by Timothy Thatcher. He is perhaps one more big, violent move away from being finished in this match, as right now, Freedom Ramsey delivers a clubbing blow. A little impact for him. He looks to take down Thatcher.
Ooh, inverted atomic drop right to the family jewels.
That'll pause your love life for a hot minute, as right now Thatcher starting to get a little weary. A whip into the ropes. Could be a sidewalk slam. It is.
Freedom Ramsey needs to get the pin right here. Oh no! Timothy Thatcher, the master of kinesiology, lives a little bit longer.
A powerful kick out. Opting to hook the legs rather than pin the shoulders. Ramsey was looking to get the leverage in his favor, and right now he gets shot in the midsection. Again, dropping him to a knee. Thatcher, another uppercut, sending the champion to the corner.
Thatcher taking a moment. He can feel it. The crowd can feel it.
And you sort of see it on his face. He had a look of comfortability while he was in the driver's seat for the longest time. Now he looks a little frustrated as a double axe handle takes him down to the mat. Another quick pin attempt for Freedom Ramsey. He gets a one count, the two, oh my goodness!
The fans getting a little rowdy here late
Talk about a near fall, a millisecond away from somehow, some way, getting a successful title defense against Timothy Thatcher. Looking to pop that arm back into place. Freedom Ramsey does have an opening. Can the champion capitalize? Perhaps not. Timothy Thatcher looks for a belly-to-belly slam. He connects. Not near the ropes. A pin attempt. There's a one. There's a two. And another kick out from Freedom Ramsey. Both of these men giving full maximum effort. CCW gold, that is the prize that is at stake. The heavyweight championship. Neither man willing to budge, neither man willing to quit.
Freedom Ramsey looking to defend his heavyweight championship for a second time tonight against Timothy Thatcher. Thatcher rallying the crowd to his cause.
And a successful title defense against a competitor like Timothy Thatcher really sets the tone for what Freedom Ramsey wants to be, a long and successful title reign. And right now, he has been fighting an uphill battle almost the entirety of this match. He has these glimpses of offense where it looks like he can regain control, but just like that, Timothy Thatcher keeps on firing back, a lot of times with the uppercuts, but there again, Ramsey, the never say die attitude, fights back. They're trading blows, and right now it looks as though Freedom Ramsey is finding a little bit of an opening. He's got Thatcher dazed, Thatcher spinning, and there's a shot that takes Thatcher down. Thatcher down, Ramsey up, trying to get fired up as well. And this could be the suplex he was looking for earlier. He's got him up, he drops him down. Good pin attempt there, the one, the 2, and the... Oh, my goodness!
Come on, George. That was 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Timothy Thatcher is going to have to dismantle Freedom a little bit more.
I think that very well may have been the best shot Freedom Ramsey has left to give. He has fought so hard to get back into this match. He has done so, but that shot right there would put out most men. And again, Thatcher has an answer. Looks to take that arm and bring it back down to the mat. He just about does so. Escaping does the champion. Boot to the face. Up on the second row. Flips him over with a neck breaker. And in the corner, primed and ready. Fist is getting ready to be clenched. Could this be the Fist of Freedom? He yells freedom, he connects! And Thatcher appears to be out cold. This could do it! The 1, 2, and that's the 3! Another successful title defense for Freedom Ramsey, and this one took a lot out of him, but he gets the job done.
The crowd is excited here at the Knights of Columbus. Happy to see Freedom Ramsey still your City Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
You talk about setting a tone for a championship reign, it is title defenses like this, where you refuse to die, where you refuse to quit, where you refuse to give up. That's what earns you respect, and rightfully so, Freedom Ramsey hoists the championship high. He is the heavyweight champion for a reason, and tonight he proved what that reason is.
That's right, Timothy Thatcher, he may be a master of kinesiology, he may have precision, he may have power, but his dissection of Freedom Ramsey's anatomy was not enough tonight.
Well, you said all the things Thatcher has. How about what Freedom Ramsey has? He clearly has the respect of his opponent here tonight, Timothy Thatcher.
We knew it was going to be a hard-hitting matchup when Timothy Thatcher is in there, but nothing could have prepared me for that.
That match right there is as hard-hitting as they come, and they matched each other blow for blow. At the end of it, though, Freedom Ramsey proving why he is a worthy champion here at City Championship Wrestling, and he showcased that never say die attitude.
That's right. Tosses Thatcher to the outside twice. Thatcher wants to brawl him out on the outside for half the match. That's fine. He wants to try to submit you in the match. He wants to toe the line on that fine joint manipulation. Nothing's going to stop Freedom Ramsey. Picks up the title defense against a former star from Pro Wrestling Noah. WXW, GCW, NXT. I'm sure if WCW was still around, he'd make it there too.
Maybe even an NWO member, but Timothy Thatcher, certainly a veteran of the business, and quickly up the ranks, Freedom Ramsey is crawling, and not just crawling, he is leaping, let's say that, because he has faced some very steep competition here in CCW.
Oh, the Suplex Shogun Jackson Stone, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, Motor City Machine Guns. Timothy Thatcher, you folks just saw that one, and we got the biggest one about to come up next.
Already here at City Championship Wrestling, the list of opponents for Freedom Ramsey is a who's who's list in the business, and more often than not, we see the face of this wrestling company come out on top. But on this occasion, the deck was stacked against him. He took on the War Machine, the Man Beast, none other than Rhino.
That's right, a living legend here in Detroit, Michigan. Folks, it is coming right at you.
This is a big title defense, perhaps the biggest Freedom Ramsey has had thus far. How did he fare? Let's see how it went down. And this has been an explosive night of action thus far. Right now, we are ready to cap things off with our main event. Heavyweight Championship on the line, Freedom Ramsey and Rhino.
That's right, coming to the ring, the heavyweight champion of City Championship Wrestling. He won the very first match in the promotion's history. He won our very first tournament at the Centerline Invitational. And finally, he was able to capture the heavyweight title from Andre Kabashi.
And this man tonight has got his challenge laid before him. He has got a veteran of the business in Rhino as a big challenger here tonight. You want to talk about the advantage that Freedom Ramsey brings to the table. He is younger, he is quicker, he is faster, he is perhaps more agile. And you typically don't see this when it comes to a rising star against a veteran, but you may have to give the nod in terms of technical mat-based ability to Freedom Ramsey as well. He is an all-around competitor in this business. Expect him to show that off tonight. And if you want to talk about psychological advantage, him and Jackson Stone, 3 suplexes, do have a tag team victory over Rhino. Rhino teaming with Saban for that occasion. Tag team division, a whole other breed compared to singles competition. But Freedom Ramsey does know he can pick up a victory against this man, the challenger, the man beast, Rhino.
A living legend in Michigan and really wrestling around the world. This man has been, he was the final ECW television champion. And he has seen and done it all, folks.
That is an understatement. He is one living legend. No doubt you want to talk about his advantages in the match. Just look at it. His strengths are just that. He has the strength. He has the power, the bigger of the two. The size advantage, that's his physical advantage. You want to talk about his psychological edge. He has what you can't teach, experience, a true veteran of the business.
That's right, decades of experience compared to Freedom Ramsey. Freedom is at a deficit in that regard.
Introducing first, the challenger from Detroit, Michigan, the man beast, Rhino!
As expected, a fan favorite is the man beast.
Wrestling heavyweight champion, Freedom Ramsey!
And an equal reception for the champion. Rhino with the respect of this fan base due to his years in the business, all the success he has accomplished. Freedom Ramsey, the respect of this fan base through his heart and determination, quickly becoming one of the fastest rising stars in this business. These two set to lock up in what is sure to be an amazing match.
And Iron Satch raising the City Championship Wrestling Heavyweight title, displaying it to the crowd. He will officiate this matchup.
You gotta believe each of these men have different strategies going into this. You can simply see by the size advantage. Rhino wants to get Freedom Ramsey quickly in his clutches. If he does so, the powerhouse could easily manhandle this match. Freedom Ramsey, you gotta believe his strategy is relying on his quickness and speed advantage.
And Iron Satch calls for the bell. We have it. This matchup has begun. Both men going immediately to the collar and elbow tie-up. Rhino showing his strength advantage early on.
As expected, that's a tie-up. Freedom Ramsey is going to have a difficult time winning. He may not want to go to the well with that again. If he goes to any sort of test of strength with Rhino, it's not going to work out favorably, but he goes for just that.
Another collar and elbow tie-up. Rhino immediately starts to back Freedom down, but Freedom reverses, has Rhino in the corner. Iron Satch administers the count. Both men break away. Rhino starts a little applause for Freedom Ramsey.
A show of respect, and you can say what you want about these two competitors. They both have the respect of the fans, and I think they both have the respect of one another as these two tie up. Freedom Ramsey now at the whim of Rhino as they lock up, and Rhino now showing a little technical abilities to match those that really seem to can't be rivaled in Freedom Ramsey.
Use the hammerlock to transition immediately through to the side headlock. Rhino now transitioning to an arm wringer wrist lock. No, not able to lock it in. Freedom rolled through into his own. He's going to move through a hammerlock to a side headlock of his own.
Beautifully executed, the technical prowess of Ramsey. He in this business is wise beyond the years. I say it all the time, he can do it all in this ring, and again, you see the mutual respect that these two competitors seem to have for one another, and they showcase it there with a handshake in the ring.
We're seeing a lot of sportsmanship here early in this matchup. Now, it should also be mentioned, Rhino here, of course, there it is. A little bit, not necessarily a hometown hero here, but he's no stranger to Allen Park, Michigan. They do love him.
No doubt, and a equally good fan response, though, for the champion. I'd say maybe 60-40, a little bit more in favor of Rhino. You get that edge with veteran experience as Rhino goes for a hip toss. Freedom Ramsey goes for a hip toss. Neither man successful in their attempts. Rhino swings for a clothesline. Doesn't connect with that. He does with the chop. And there's another one. That's going to echo all throughout outdoors here. Allen Park seeing some great action tonight. This could perhaps be the most competitive bout as we see Ramsey flip over Rhino. Ducks under a clothesline, ducks under another, and he flies with a drop kick of his own, taking the big man down, and wisely Rhino exits the ring.
Freedom Ramsey stands tall, motioning. He might not looks like Freedom's not going to wait around.
No, he looks for a big high-risk maneuver early going. Rhino able to sidestep and drive Freedom Ramsey face first into the apron, and now they are battling around on the outdoor lawn, we'll call it there. There's no padding here. This is just hard grounded. Rhino, I don't think he's using that to cool Ramsey off. Adult beverage delivered right to the head of Freedom Ramsey. That's what, maybe $8 wasted?
Well, not quite that much down here at the Knights of Columbus, folks. Keep an eye out. Anytime we're at a Knights, they do serve adult beverages, and they go to help that local council.
Well, I'm glad the prices are cheap. I'm used to being at the Tiger games where they charge twice that, so give it up to our crowd here getting some affordable beverages, as right now these two brawl on the outside, near the chairs, near the crowd, and Rhino having the advantage on the outside. We mentioned it earlier, he is an ECW competitor, originally in that company, where you live and die by the hardcore action. So hardcore action, no stranger to Rhino as he takes a chop to the chest.
That's an open palm strike right there. That was a little bit of desperation. Freedom knew he needed to create some space. Now another palm strike right to the heart of Rhino. Oh, hey now! I think Rhino might have gone after the eyes.
I don't think that was a game of peekaboo. He delivers a poke right to the eye. The referee letting it all go here. You always love to see it in these championship matches. You want a decisive winner. You don't want no fluky disqualification count-out finishes as Ramsey gets dropped on the apron back first.
I'll be honest, I think Rhino was masterful there. He timed it just right before Iron Satch had managed to turn around.
And Rhino now
this probably isn't good.
Back and maybe the chest region, and now he's telling the fans to clear the way. I don't know what he's got in store, but it's not going to be pleasant.
Irish whip reversal. Oh, good Lord. Rhino goes through the chairs.
Instead, it is not pleasant for Rhino. Ramsey counters, sends Rhino flying to the fans. Not a comfortable landing. These two are brawling all throughout Allen Park. You better watch it. They might make their way to Southfield Freeway at this point.
And
Ramsey now delivers a shot to Rhino.
Iron Satch, hear it, the now run by Christopher Moore, City Championship Wrestling. Iron Satch allowing this, oh my, the paper cut, come on, that's a paper or not, that's a foreign object.
And we are getting a paper cut chances. Now Rhino looks to take out the trash can in hand. Ramsey better look out, and he ducked it. He dove it.
Freedom Ramsey with the lunging dive right underneath the trash can. Rhino can't believe it.
This is what you get when you come to CCW. You get up close and personal with the action. You got wrestlers in the crowd. You got trash cans flying everywhere. And these two men fighting it out for the World Championship.
Well, if Freedom Ramsey is looking to hold on to the heavyweight title, this will be his third successful defense if he's able to beat the Man Beast. Sends him back into the ring, rolls in immediately after. Freedom looking probably to stay away from the outside area at this point.
We saw this match start off with an early brawl on the outside. Let's see if we get into the more technical aspect inside the ring. That may favor Freedom Ramsey, and he is
Freedom fired up, coming across the ring into a leg lariat. Oh my! Rhino is staggered, he's stumbling.
Showcasing his speed, showcasing his ability, is the defending champion. This is undoubtedly his steepest challenge yet. And he has hung in there quite well thus far. Freedom Ramsey back in the corner yet again. Could this be another drop kick? It's starting to take some wear and tear on Rhino, and that is another drop kick. Rhino appears to be fatigued, drops to his knees, drops to the mat. First pinfall of the match. There's a 2 count and does almost picks up the early 3. Rhino managing to get that shoulder up. But Ramsey surprisingly now in the driver's seat against the veteran Rhino.
And I just got confirmation from my sources in the back. The general manager, Chris Moore, has made this a no disqualification match. They have communicated it to Iron Satch.
Well, at this point, you might as well. The brawling all throughout outdoors. You saw the chairs a factor. You saw a trash can a factor. You got to applaud that. Let this match play out, see who the better man is. As right now, the Rhino delivers Freedom Ramsey skull first into the steel post. And Ramsey appears to be wounded. This could be the opening Rhino needs to take full control of this match.
Freedom Ramsey the lights are out. He's down on the grass. Iron Satch now.
Well, Rhino, I don't know if he wants to be comfortable here taking a count-out victory. The championship cannot change hands on a count-out.
Iron Satch trying to restore a little bit of order to this matchup.
We may see a count-out victory. Ramsey just barely makes it in the nick of time. Almost counted out, ending the match in that way. But now he, maybe a little catch-22. He enters the ring, saves the match, but Rhino could be delivering more punishment. He's got the champions in his grasp.
Rhino is all over Freedom Ramsey, whipping him across the ring, hard into the buckle. Comes in with the splash, snapmare. Rhino's all over Freedom. Got it 2.
First pin attempt for Rhino, the man beast. He gets a near fall, 2 count kick out from Freedom Ramsey, but he's already holding the abdomen, he's already holding the chest region, and that's not good because Rhino, his most effective tool is the gore. You hit the gore, the match is over. That is one of the most devastating moves in the business. And if Freedom Ramsey keeps on showing fatigue in that abdominal region, Rhino, he could charge right at that. Rhino now being the victim of some abdominal shots there, but quickly putting a squash to that as he delivers a clubbing blow to the back of Freedom Ramsey.
Freedom's in trouble. This deep into the matchup, this is not where you want to be against the man beast.
This is the pace in which the challenger thrives, slow and methodical. He can use his veteran experience, he can use his power and strength to wear and tear down our defending champion. And right now, he's looking to fatigue him even more. Freedom Ramsey deep in the clutches of Rhino.
Freedom fighting out of it, trying to fire up, get some life from his fans.
Fans showing their support, and that appears to be doing the trick. Ramsey gets to the vertical base, delivers some shots to the midsection of Rhino, and those shots make him escape. An atomic drop to add a little good measure. And now Ramsey, can he capitalize? He looks to do so with a clothesline.
Big clothesline. I can't believe that took Rhino off his feet. Well, he's already back up to back on both feet.
Rhino actually making it to his feet first after that clothesline, but Ramsey still staying on the offense. Now getting delivered into the turnbuckle, he flips over the rope, climbs up to the rope. They call it high risk for a reason. He delivers a double axe handle, and it takes Rhino down. A pin attempt of 1, 2, and just in the nick of time, Rhino gets that shoulder up.
Yeah, Freedom thinks he may have won. He just now realized he needs to stay on top of Rhino. He literally is going to ground and pound him.
And you got to give that credit to the defending champion. That's why he's champion. He didn't sit around and mope or complain or question the ref's count. He jumped right back on the offense and just delivered some shots right to Rhino's face. And because of that, he is standing tall. Rhino a little bit winded.
Got to stay on top of the big man. He's already up to a knee.
Ramsey looking to remain in the driver's seats. Side Russian leg sweep connects. Dead center of the ring, nowhere near the ropes. Ramsey not going for the pin right now. Instead, I think he's setting up perhaps for a leg drop. He does. He connects. Pinning attempt. The one, the two, and again. Rhino has an answer. He gets that shoulder up.
Freedom a little quicker to a knee this time. Taking it to the former NWA World Champion. Forearm after forearm across the shoulders of Rhino.
Paul, you name the company. If Rhino's been there, he's been a champion there. This man has had success each and every place he has gone. Tonight, he looks to add City Championship Wrestling gold around his waist and add that to his list of accolades. Freedom Ramsey looks to do all he can to put a squash to that as he tries to send Rhino in the corner, which he does. But he gets met with an elbow right to the face for his efforts, and now Rhino with a clothesline of his own. Takes him down again. And now Rhino whips him into the corner and shoulder into the guts. You know what that could allude to. Already again, the midsection of Freedom Ramsey, a target for Rhino. That makes him an easy wounded victim for the gore. You can't stress it enough. A gore is no more. You get hit with that move, 99% of the time, you're done. And just like that, Rhino, he's not looking like a rhino at this point. He almost looks like a shark in the water smelling blood, and he looks to attack with that gore. He goes for it, and he connects! He connects with the gore, the one, the two, and he kicks out!
Good Lord, I can't believe it. Freedom Ramsey kicked out of the gore.
He kicks out of the gore. I just said it. It never happens. He kicks out of the gore. And the disbelief in my voice, his only match in the disbelief on Rhino's face.
The final ECW World TV Champ is taking Freedom Ramsey to the extreme, and it's still not enough. The CCW Champ still alive. The fans are calling for another gore.
He kicked out of it once, but as much of a fighting champion as Freedom Ramsey is, I don't know if anybody can do it twice. This could be the match. Oh no, he counters the gore. He counters the gore, and there's the Fist of Freedom. This could be a defense in success for the champion, which it is. Freedom Ramsey puts this one away in epic fashion, and he has another successful title defense under his belt.
I can't believe it. The Fist of Freedom puts down the War Machine, the Man Beast, the living legend, Rhino.
What a title defense. If you are new to this business, let me tell you right now, what you just saw him kicking out of the gore, you don't see that happen.
Thatcher! I know! Thatcher! Right. Wait, for Freedom Ramsey, that's right! Mr. Freedom, twice in one night you got to see it, folks. 2 title defenses.
So nice, he does it twice. Let's focus on the champion, because those title defenses were anything but easy. Freedom Ramsey coming out on top against not just Timothy Thatcher, but also Rhino. What title defenses those were.
Oh man, you better believe it, Dustin. And that's just the beginning for you, brother. You're gonna see so much more. All of you will. If you want to see it live and in person, folks, September 12th, the New Baltimore Trade Center will begin hosting on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. the new City Championship Wrestling Studios. You can now come out and join us and see the action for yourself. Be part of the studio audience.
And if Freedom Ramsey has anything to say about it, I'm sure he will have several more successful title defenses ahead of him. Can't miss action, great matches, He will deliver it all here at City Championship Wrestling.
That's right, folks.